What is it about small town America that draws people in? Where I live, in the White Mountain region, specifically. It's a small little mountain town, a lot of logging. Why do I love it? What brings people out here to visit? More specifically, live. I can tell you what it is for me. I can't speak for everyone else, obviously, but I'll do my best. In this video here, that's exactly what we're gonna look at. Me personally, I've lived in the city for half my life and the other half of my life in small town America like this. And I choose this over the city anytime, without hesitation. No questions asked. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dive deep today and figure out the reasons behind why people are drawn to small town living. And I guess maybe not so much focused on why people visit small town America, but why people live in small town America. I mean, one of the reasons is right behind me, you know? Yeah. What else?
Then it's my turn.
There's a rhythm to life in the White Mountains of New Hampshire that feels both timeless and grounded. It's a place where the seasons don't just change, they command attention. The first snow doesn't simply fall, it transforms the world into a quiet cathedral of white. Spring doesn't just arrive, it seeps back into the soil, coaxing green from the gray. Summer hums with the sound of cicadas and the rush of rivers swollen with meltwater. Autumn is a spectacle, a final burst of color before the long hush of winter. Living here means living close to the land. The mountains are not a backdrop, they are a presence. They shape the weather, the pace of life, even the way people think. The peaks, Mount Washington, Lafayette, and Moosilauke, stand like sentinels, reminders of both beauty and humility. They draw hikers, climbers, and dreamers from across the world, but for those who call this place home, they are simply part of the neighborhood. Small town life in the White Mountains is a study of contrasts. The towns, places like Littleton, Bethlehem, Conway, and Lincoln, are all small enough that everyone knows everyone, yet large enough to hold a surprising diversity of stories. There's the old-timer who's been tapping maple trees for 50 years, the young family who moved north to escape city noise, the artist who finds inspiration in the fog rolling off the Pemaquasset River. So right here, as you can see, we're going up the auto road to Mount Washington, courtesy of my friend Tammy. She treated me to that day, brought me up there along with her for the ride, and it was awesome.
A little freaky deaky. I'm not gonna lie. There was a couple of times I was kind of squirming in my seat a little bit when you go up that road. Anybody that's been up there might know what I'm talking about. And we went there on a beautiful clear day, mid-October. The beginning of the road, you're just going past all this beautiful color, all these trees, and then of course once you get above the tree line, then it was freaky deaky for sure. Beautiful nonetheless. The views were just insane. It was a beautiful clear day. Yeah, it wasn't windy when we were up there. It was clear. You could just see for miles. There was a little bit of snow, as you can see in some of these clips here. Just explored. I got plenty of awesome shots. There was a lot of people up there. There was the crazy long line that people were they wanted to take a picture with the summit sign. Yes, that was awesome. It was just a beautiful day. It was just a perfect weather for being up there. It wasn't that windy. It was cold. It was a little cold. If you don't know, the Mount Washington, this spot right here holds the world record for the heaviest winds. I believe that was 235-mile-per-hour winds, and even the coldest day too. The coldest day in the world, I think, surpasses even like the tundra or like the Arctic. The smell of burnt brakes were going down. I think she had just got brand new brakes on her vehicle, but like there was like this smell in the air. The smell in the air, because pretty much on the way down you're riding your brakes the whole time. Going down was going down was a lot better, I would say, because when you're going down, you're on the inside of the lane. Going up, when you're on the outside of the lane, is a little freaky deaky, but nonetheless, it was just absolutely beautiful.
Each person adds a thread to the fabric of the community. In these towns, the general store is more than a place to buy milk and bread. It's a gathering spot, a bulletin board, a hub of conversation. The post office clerk knows who's expecting a package before the mail truck even arrives. The local diner serves as both a breakfast spot and a town hall, with debates about weather, politics, and moose sightings unfold over steaming mugs of coffee. There's a sense of continuity here, a feeling that life is lived not in haste, but in rhythm with the land. Living in the backcountry, beyond town centers, brings a different kind of intimacy. The nearest neighbor might be a mile down a dirt road. Nights are dark, truly dark, and the stars spill across the sky in a way that city dwellers rarely see. The sounds of the forest replace the hum of traffic, the call of barred owls, the rustle of deer in the underbrush, the steady whisper of wind through the pines. It's a solitude that can be comforting and challenging. The quiet invites reflection, but it also demands resilience. When a snowstorm knocks out power or a bear raids the compost bin, there's no one to call but the people nearby. And they always come. Nature here is not something to be visited. It's something to be lived with. The rivers flood, the roads freeze, the black flies bite, but the rewards are immense. There's the satisfaction of splitting wood for winter heat, the joy of spotting the first lupines in June, the peace of watching fog lift off a mountain lake at dawn. The land teaches patience, respect, and gratitude. Small town America in the White Mountains is not immune to change. Young people leave for cities, jobs come and go with the seasons, and tourism brings both opportunity and strain. Yet there's a resilience that runs deep. Community suppers, volunteer fire departments, and local fairs keep people connected. When someone's barn burns down or a family falls on hard times, the town rallies. It's not a charity, it's simply what people do. There's also a quiet pride in self-sufficiency. Many residents grow their own food, heat with wood, and fix what's broken rather than replace it. It's not nostalgia, it's practicality. The mountains demand a certain toughness, but they also reward it with a sense of belonging that's hard to find elsewhere. To live in the White Mountains is to live with awareness of weather, of neighbors, of one small place in a vast landscape. It's a life that values simplicity over speed, connection over convenience. It's not always easy, but it's deeply real. In the end, the White Mountains remind those who live there of something essential, that beauty and hardship often share the same ground. That community is built not on perfection, but on persistence, and that sometimes the richest life found far from the noise is in the quiet heart of the backcountry.
All right, you guys, today is Sunday, October 19th, and we're taking a trip down to southern New Hampshire to experience the second peak fall. I love it, man. That's so cool. I'm gonna go explore some of the old spots, try to get as much in as we can for a single day of, and then by sunset, hopefully go catch something, you know what I mean? The adventure lure out. Whatever, dude. They have cats up there. I ended up getting a couple of cool, postcards, 3 postcards, sunset postcards, of course, with cats, of course.
All yesterday it poured, and all night long I could not sleep. The rain unceasing beat upon the shingled roof like a weird song, upon the grass like running children's feet, and down the mountains by the dark cloud kissed, like a strange shape in filmy veiling dressed, slid slowly, silently, the wraith-like mist, and nestled soft against the earth's wet breast.
Children's voices in the orchard between the blossom and the fruit time, golden-haired, crimson-haired, between the green tip and the root, black wing, brown wing, hover over. 20 years and the spring is over. Today grieves, tomorrow grieves, cover me over, light it leaves. Golden-haired, black wing, cling, swing, spring, sing. Swing up into the apple tree.